Hey friends, I was struck by something today because I began, we've had a couple days now of summer break. It's summer break, which basically just means my daughter's not in school. My wife is still going to work at school, but my daughter's not in school. And this year we decided not to put her into her summer camp, which is sort of like a, all day occupy her kind of thing. And so I've had a couple of just long days with her. And one of the things that has come out of that, which has been very welcome, and I was looking forward to this in a way, one of the things is I've had a chance to do musical practice with her with no time constraints. We can take our time, we can go slow, we can get lost in something, we can take long breaks, we can just go at a pace that's easy for both of us. And one of the things that has come out of that is it's actually kind of funny for me to be talking about this. One of the things that has come out of it is like an alter ego persona that I adopt. Is a Russian woman named Tatiana, and she talks like this. She's very strict, and she's always very much keeping the attention on the thing we're doing. You're not allowed to play with Tatiana. And I do this character, and Annalise loves it. And I love it. It's almost like I'm allowed to, I get permission to be strict and to be disciplined in a way, and to ask for what I need to ask for musically. But it's all a game. It's all a game. And it has been so much fun. It has been so much fun teaching and being that in that role, but essentially almost as like a comedy routine that I'm doing with my daughter, that I'm the comedic performer, and my job is to be funny first and teach music second. But the result has been a couple of days where we've just had a blast. We've just had a blast together. And it's really, and I was telling my wife about it this evening, and she was like, oh, yeah, she's the one who gave me the phrase, it's all a game. Because I was telling her, I get to be kind of strict. Like, I get to kind of like hold the line, and, and of course, she's always testing the boundaries, and she's always, she doesn't always, just because I act strict doesn't mean that she's observing that. She's sort of like engaging with that and ribbing that and trying to undermine that in a way. That's part of the fun, is having this authority and then having it undermined. But there's also, because it's so playful, I also have the ability to tighten up the reins at some point. I can sort of like hold on and actually keep us focused in a way that it's harder when there's not humor in the equation. And I feel like I've just learned a major lesson. I feel like I've learned a major lesson about what I'm doing, what the fundamental teaching process is. You know, what for someone at this age, what is fundamentally going on? Because it's not all about the music. It's about a kind of learning that comes out in this music. It comes out in the process of doing music. Music is just one of the most wonderful pedagogical universes. I just have endless enthusiasm for it. It's like a playground of learning possibilities. Infinitely deep, infinitely vast. It's an ocean of opportunities to grow our psychological, emotional, intellectual, cognitive, mental, spiritual selves. And having discovered that it needs to be play first, it needs to be a game. However that manifests, whether it manifests through this character for however long, or how, you know, or what other approaches I might take, I don't know. But just having discovered it needs to be play. First and foremost, it needs to be play. That's really helpful. Because I think it addresses and answers a question that I asked myself a couple of weeks ago, which is, you know, am I making this about play? Am I actually making this about play? How much of this is about play? And I think I asked that question because I was noticing that I was kind of approaching it as work. I was therefore prescribing work, not play. It wasn't going over well. So that's a massive takeaway. Just a really great, heart-opening thing to have happened. Has to be play first. That's where I am today, folks. Thanks for watching. And I have some follow-up thoughts to my video yesterday. The longest video I've ever done, I'm sure. It was like 27 minutes long. I did a video on romance and romantic love, and in response to a viewer question. Thank you for the question. And I have some follow-ups that I'm going to come back with, but I need to let them sink in and structure them a little. But I realized I did yesterday's video in a blast, and then had some follow-up thoughts that actually are going to require me to kind of edit and structure what I'm saying a little more. So stay tuned for that if you appreciated my video yesterday. But thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.